The low tonight's going to be 28 degrees, and we are going to see some snow showers hit us a little bit later tonight. You keep it here for full weather details later on in the 6 o'clock report.
Now, WVTT Global News Update.
The truce between Israel and Hamas is holding up. It's been 2 days since a ceasefire to end 8 days of violence in the region. But can this temporary lull in fighting lead to a lasting peace agreement? Martha Shade reports.
The celebrations taking place on the streets of Gaza are a far cry from the scenes there earlier this week. 2 days after the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas was announced, it's still holding. But Hamas says it's looking for more than just a temporary truce.
Our main goal is the end of occupation, so our people will be able to establish their free Palestinian state over the entire Palestine, with its Jerusalem as its capital.
Hamas, a group the U.S. considers to be a terrorist organization, has long refused to recognize Israel's right to exist. The Obama administration has called for a two-state solution, with a Palestinian nation and an Israeli nation living peacefully side by side. But Israel doubts Hamas would ever be willing to compromise.
Hamas, unfortunately, is the enemy of peace. Hamas doesn't want to negotiate. Hamas says that any Palestinian who negotiates with Israel is a traitor to the Palestinian cause.
The 8 days of violence that preceded this latest ceasefire agreement ended with at least 6 Israelis and more than 160 Palestinians dead. Previous fighting has also resulted in a temporary truce, with the violence starting back up again. It's still unclear how long the current ceasefire will last. I'm Martha Shade reporting.
Countless people across the United States are getting an early start to their holiday shopping with Black Friday bargains. But some people will get many of their gifts without ever leaving the house. The convenience and low costs are making internet shopping more attractive than ever. And that's posing a problem for some traditional retailers. Dan Simon reports.
Online versus brick and mortar. The battle for your holiday dollars perhaps has never been so intense. For years, internet merchants like Amazon had a key advantage in states like California: no sales tax. Local bookstores, already under pressure by the rapid rise of ebooks and large bookstore chains, felt particularly squeezed. Michael Tucker owns a chain of bookstores in San Francisco.
If you can save 10%, why wouldn't you?
But Amazon's tax advantage recently disappeared in California, adding 7 to nearly 10% to the cost of each order. It also began taxing this year in other states like Pennsylvania and Texas. Online retailers collect tax only for states where they have a physical presence. Now here in California, Amazon is building 2 giant warehouses, including this one near Los Angeles. It's 1 million square feet, and for the old-fashioned retailers, it's another reason to worry. Why? Because Amazon's goal is to get items to customers faster and to be able to offer same-day delivery. That's right. You can avoid stores if you want and have a package delivered to your house in a matter of hours. A win for consumers, but tough for local retailers.
If Amazon creates distribution centers and facilities on their turf locally, that takes away the one advantage that we see retailers have left to compete against Amazon. So it is a big deal.
Internet analyst Colin Sebastian says that means retailers need to up their game.
Retailers need to take a lesson from Amazon. They need to focus on the consumer experience. They need to become more sophisticated, both offline and online.
Those who want a lesson on how to thrive could learn from Books Inc. in San Francisco.
We've had almost everything that comes down the pike that could flatten an industry.
Amidst a tidal wave of change in the industry, Michael Tucker's dozen stores are thriving.
Everybody can get the books, but the staffs that we have, really, and the readers that we have that are working with the public, that's the difference. That's a different factor. We have tremendous staff that are engaged with those communities.
A basic reminder to all retailers, internet and otherwise, that good customer service could be the decisive factor in winning over business.
Thank you.
Dan Simon, CNN, San Francisco.
Americans are expected to ring up billions in gift card purchases this holiday season. A new survey offers insight into some trends that can bring gift card givers and recipients the most bang for their buck. Karen Kafa has today's Consumer Watch.
The gift card game has changed over the last few years. The Card Act of 2009 extended many provisions regarding fees, terms, and conditions to gift cards. But a new survey shows consumers still need to be aware of what they're buying. In the lead up to the holiday shopping season, Bankrate looked at 63 gift cards, 8 issued by banks and credit card companies, and 55 from retailers and restaurants. General use gift cards were far more likely to have fees attached. Purchase fees ranged from $2.95 to $6.95. Inactivity fees could eat up $3 per month after the first year. The trade-off: more freedom.
I mean, that's the biggest advantage of one of the general purpose gift cards is the flexibility it gives the person that you give the gift card to. The store branded gift cards you have to use at the chain or the brand, so that limits it, but there are fewer fees that come with those cards.
2/3 of issuers said they would replace lost or stolen cards, though some require that you register the card or have a receipt.
Consumers should look on the back of their gift card to find out what they really need to do to protect themselves.
And 95% of the cards surveyed did not have an expiration date. For Consumer Watch, I'm Karen Kafa.
Sports and weather are next. Don't miss it. Keep it here on News Channel 25 WVTT.